Howdy. This is the ETBU Sportsnet Coaches Show segment on this post-Thanksgiving edition, if you will. I'm Kenneth the K-Rock Klein, and I'm sure you guys had yourself a great Thanksgiving, but there is one person we do need to ask about how their Thanksgiving went, and that is, of course, the ETBU women's basketball coach, Rusty Rainbolt. So, Coach Rainbolt, Thanksgiving went great. Meal was perfect. Did you, by any chance, happen to have some activities like maybe, say, a game of horse around the world or just regular basketball?
We did play a little basketball, but my Thanksgiving was good except for one of our sophomores happened to give me a plate of whipped cream in the face, and so, but no, other than that, everything was wonderful.
Definitely, Coach.
So now I'm trying to scheme how I get her back.
Oh, and that's a good ploy. So we'll have to figure something PG to get back. But let's get into some serious business, Coach. So obviously, you looked at the schedule. Thanksgiving break, of course, being in Colorado. Obviously, for some, this is kind of their first Thanksgiving being away from home. So when you're kind of dealing with that, and not only playing some basketball, how does that kind of work into the schedule of, man, we're celebrating Thanksgiving, but at the same time, we're taking this as a business trip?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even really know that I thought about it in that way. We talk about Thanksgiving and humility just as being kind of staples as our program. So we talk about the idea of being thankful all the time. And so, going into the Thanksgiving season, it was nice to be able to go to Colorado and be with the team and experience that day with Kim Childress and her family, which was amazing. Their family was just such wonderful hosts and brought us into their home and fed us and took care of us, and that was a really neat experience. But I think I don't know that we ever really try to separate the idea of Thanksgiving and basketball. In general, we try to make it one and the same. So just kind of another day, I guess, in a sense of the way we try to approach things. But it was a great experience, a lot of fun.
Definitely, Coach. So obviously, last week, we had Mark on the show, interviewing you, and this being, of course, his first time in the state of Colorado. Did he get stuck in the snow or whatever?
No, but I think he packed enough to make sure he stayed warm the whole time, as did a lot of our girls. But it really wasn't that cold until the last day, and then it started snowing on the van ride from Colorado Springs back to the airport. But other than that, it was pretty nice weather.
Oh, right. All right, so let's talk about the two games. You took on both Johnson and Wales and Colorado College. Now, it's only been 6 games, but looking at all the box scores, I kind of get a general idea as to who some of your key players, that have stepped up. Obviously, you're going to have Kendra Clark, Taylor Singleton, and Valerie Matlock, just to name a few players. But you also do have a reminder that this team is well in depth. I mean, this past weekend, of course, we saw Caleb Byes really go off for 18 points against Johnson and Wales. And then the last game against Colorado College, Amanda Wilson putting up 17 points. So obviously, it's just a team that, anybody can step up and be the top go-to player in that situation.
Yeah, we've played 6 games, and we've had 6 different leading scorers. And so I think that's pretty phenomenal. You mentioned a few girls that are high-level players, but anybody that plays for us is a really good player. Everybody looks at the scoring and the highlight plays, but we've got girls that can make plays in a variety of different ways. And so that's the special thing about our team is there's no one girl or no superstar that we have to rely on to win a game. And so, on Saturday's game against Colorado College, who was the best team we played so far, they're very, very talented at their place. We got back to doing what I like to do more than anything, and that was guarding and throwing the ball in the post. And good old Amanda Wilson, she's kind of like a pair of old boots. You can wear those new ones out a lot, but every once in a while you're just going to go back and put on the boots that you're comfortable with and walk around and enjoy the day. And they're always going to be there and be comfortable and get the job done. And at the end of the day, in the game against Colorado College, they were really getting out and taking away the transition game and the three-point line, and so we went back to just pounding it inside with the good old low post players, which nobody ever does anymore. We were throwing it into Aaron and throwing it into Amanda and throwing it into April, and they did a great job. And so we feel like we've got a lot of players that can do a lot of special things, and people are going to take away the paint. We can shoot the ball a little bit. People want to get in there and take away the three-point line. We can throw it inside, and our transition game's getting better every day. And the thing I was most pleased with on Saturday was our defense. We have not played defensively the way we're capable of up to this point. And on Saturday, the girls did a great job. that was just a lot of fun from a defensive standpoint because I'm a defensive guy to watch them play that way. So.
And the altitude really wasn't that much of a factor, was it?
It was. You can look at the scores and think it wasn't, but if you talk to our girls and you talk to our coaches, I assure you it was. We had to walk up a flight of stairs every time we went to our locker room, and I know I'm a little bit old and out of shape, but man, I'd be out of breath at the top of those stairs. And we've got some girls that are in phenomenal shape. You mentioned Valerie Matlock. She's an athletic specimen, and she can just go for days. And Kendrick and Taylor, and we've got a lot of girls that are athletic. And that first possession or the first segment of the first game on Friday, they went up and down about 2 times, and I had to send the second group in to sub because you could tell how tired they were. And those girls played about 3 possessions and had to sub again. And but we use our depth for that reason, just so there's really never anything that can come our way that we can't overcome. And so we're down. Kim Childress hasn't played in 2 weeks because she's fighting some sickness, and and the girls have been able to respond, taking Kim out of the lineup. And so that's just one of the things we want to do. Is we have a lot of great players, but we want to be built on depth and team and family, and not necessarily just the talent of 1 or 2 individuals.
Definitely, Coach. And speaking of depth, the preseason's out of the way. Time now to focus on the conference schedule. And I'll tell you what, Coach, I don't know if it was fate or if the ASC had something to do with this, but after watching last year's conference championship game, they probably thought, why not schedule ETBU's first conference game against UMHB of all places in Belton, Texas? Going to be a great test for you guys because obviously they're off to a great start as well. But when you're talking about the first conference game, not only against UMHB, but Concordia on Saturday as well, for the players that have been here and the players that are getting to experience it the first time, what is it about the conference games, specifically against UMHB, that brings out the best in everybody?
Well, I hope it brings out the best in both teams. Marion Baylor has a fantastic coach in Coach Moorfield, and they have as talented of a group of girls as anybody in our league. And so you're right. It is going to be a fun game. It's not that one game's not going to decide the season for either one of the programs. We both of us want to be the best team in the league, and we want to go on and do bigger things on the national level. And Marion Baylor has definitely got the ability and the coaching and the resources to do that. And we hope we can be that as well. But it's going to be a fun game either way. And like I said, we just want to be a team that shows up every night and is consistently competitive and does it in a way that honors the Lord. And if we go down to Marion Baylor and we win, we hope people see Jesus. If we go down there on Thursday and we lose, we hope people see Jesus. And either way, that's the honest truth about it is, yes, we all want to win. They want to win. Concordia's going to want to win. Everybody in the league on every given night wants to win. But as a program, it's just bigger than the competitive nature of winning a game. It's just, we want to be thankful and humble, and we want this game to be a platform to do something different than what most athletic programs set out to do. And so, but it's going to be a fun game on Thursday night. They're a fantastic team. They've got players galore and top, good players at every position, and obviously a great coach. And so it'll be fun.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this weekend as you take on both UMHB and Concordia. So we'll see if you can pick up 2 wins there. Stick around, folks. We'll talk more with Coach Rainbolt, and we will have more on our YouTube channel in just a moment.